Still, I fear that making the republics with the Glanfathens will further weaken the Deerwoods and make trouble for the republics in the years to come. Why would we not get voice acting here? Come on. Follow your heart. Do what you believe will be best for the republics. Or, I'm gonna go with the neutral. Well, it's a long way to Twin Elms. You'll have plenty of time to think it over.
Verus.
Help Palagina broker a trade agreement with the Anamenfoth in Twin Elms. Is that stealing? Damn it. Okay. So if I remember correctly, we need to go to Dunreed Row now. Because the plate armor...
Do you still have family living in the Deerwood, Eder?
Are you not going to answer?
Not these days. Parents left the country years back during the purges. I think about him a lot.
It's a shame you and your family suffered, even after the Saints' War ended. You Deerwoodens certainly have a knack for holding on to old grudges.
No retort? Okay. Now we go. So we need to go to Brackenbury. Chanters can do more than chant. While their abilities are not focused in frontline combat. Okay, we're done. Was there somewhere we didn't go? Wait. There's one place in First Fires that we haven't been to. It's Muffin Night! Damn it, Fractal. Damn it, I want muffins. Why not me? Why not me? We're gonna go that way, huh? Alright, we'll go back to First Fires. Because I get the feeling I missed a single building on my way to Andra's gift. And I'm right. We never went to the Ducal Palace. Also, I have no idea where Dunreed Row is anyway, so... But I want to check out this palace. Save. Do.
Politics, infighting, greed.
What? Oh, right, I clicked the thing. I wanted to hear what he had to say, though. Damn. Sidley.
Welcome.
The young woman wears a simple but well-tailored uniform. She watches the comings and goings around her with quiet attention. Any news to share, or are you here to see the Ducal Palace? What's the Ducal Palace? Palace. It's a seat of government here in Defiance Bay. This is where Duke Admeth Hadred declared freedom from Adirian rule some 150 years ago. She lowers her voice and grins. It's also a hotbed of regional politics. Trust me, the gossip here beats what you'll find in any tavern or brothel in the city. Multiply that by 10 and it would be just like the Republic's. Looking for news? Who are you? I'm a page here at the palace. I deliver messages and run errands for the Duke and his advisors. The pay is not great, but I can't think of a better introduction to politics. What goes on in here? Where to start? We've got meetings, public hearings, ceremonies, and that's just the stuff that happens out in the open. She leans in a little closer. This is where the Duke and his key advisors work, so there's always some bartering for favor. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to talk about that side of things. But if you want the official version, she clears her throat and gestures clockwise around the palace. Or I guess for you guys. Yeah, that way. We have a shrine devoted to Magrin, official records, and chambers for public hearings and council meetings. Tell me about the Shrine of Magrin. It's a symbol of Magrin's protection of Defiance Bay. She's represented the revolutionary spirit of the Dyrwood ever since independence, and her involvement in creating the Godhammer bomb only affirmed her importance to us. She scratches her neck. That's also where the first of the sacred fires burn. But Firga, the tranquil ardent, has had trouble keeping them lit. What kinds of records are stored here? It's a wise question. Is it called a dookie? Let's make it so. Mostly dull official stuff. Census counts, tax records, militia registers. Now, I keep my distance. I got curious one day and got drafted into reshelving half of the records. Worst day of my life. Is there a hearing going on right now? Sure is. Duke Avar has been meeting with some of the city's leaders for weeks now, still trying to figure out how to address the legacy. The whole business is terribly secret, though. I tried to sit in the gallery during my lunch break one day and got turned away. She sniffs. But a lot of talk concerns animancy, so there's good reason they're keeping the meetings behind closed doors. The legacy? Widewind's legacy. That's what a lot of people call the Rash of Hollowborn. The theory goes that it's punishment for meddling in animancy. Why is animancy so controversial? She laughs. Where to begin? Traditionalists think it's a crime against the gods. There's no question that poking around in souls is risky, but the more progressive elements believe it's our only shot at restoring healthy births. And it doesn't help matters that animancy research often involves old Ingwithan relics that were illegally looted from the ruins in Air Glanfath. She makes a quick twitching motion with her index and middle fingers. What are Hollowborn? She raises an eyebrow. You really are fresh from the road. Hollowborn are children born without souls. They don't often live very long, and those that do have generally received some kind of treatment from the animancers. So what do you think about animancy? Me? I think the real damage of animancy is confusing a real scholar with an expensive fake. We get a new case here every day, some poor couple in the Gift or Copper Lane who spent every copper they had on a miracle cure for their unborn child. It never works. She shakes her head. Breaks your heart, but there's usually nothing we can do for them. I see. Something else. Tell me about the current Duke. That would be Avar Wolfgren. Don't let the title fool you, though. Our dukes have been elected since independence. Some find Duke Avar rather coarse. He's a frontier noble. Personally, I think a rough and tumble type is just what Defiance Bay needs. Take care. How do you get inside? Door helps.
And what does the flame reveal?
Well, if you're not gonna have guards in every last spot, I'm gonna steal from you. Okay, let's check out Magrin. Alright, Durance. Firga.
Gods keep you.
The woman's head is bowed as her lips move in prayer. Just as you approach, you catch her glimpsing at the statue near her. She notices you and forces a smile. Praise be to Magrin, and welcome to her temple. How may I be of service? You seem upset. What's wrong? Her shoulders slump. This is about the fires, isn't it? She puts a hand on your shoulder. They're just symbols. You can't put your faith in them. Perception 13. Only symbols? Is that why you're so distressed? No, I just... She sighs with a hiss like a release of steam. I've kept them burning steadily for 15 years, but I haven't been able to conjure them for months now, and people need to see them more than ever these days. So go light them again. I see plenty of flames here. They don't work that way. They're holy fires. It's my devotion and prayers that keep them lit. But lately, when I try to pray, all I can think about are the Hollowborn all over the city, the grieving families, the refugees. She shakes her head. How could Magrin allow us to suffer like this? What strength do we gain from a soulless child? Durance grunts with disdain. What strength do we gain from adversity, from trial and test? The fires don't wither because she lacks in faith. They wither because she does not understand how to be faithful to a whore. A whore wants neither praise nor devotion. A whore wants to be compensated for her services, and Magrin is paid and pleasured in sweat and struggle and pain. This mewling imbecile is unworthy of Magrin's womanly heart. Stoic. Well, I can't afford to be so nonchalant, but I believe Magrin may be speaking to me again. She frowns and casts a quick glance in your direction. This will likely sound so far-fetched to someone like you. Lately, I've been seeing visions, a place in the wilderness with pools filled with sunbursts of color, strange falls that seem to rise to the heavens, even while they splash into the earth. Where did the "though" come from? She raises her hands as if framing an image of her mind. And behind the falls is a cave, filled with fire and heat and danger, and some token of my goddess. I know there's something there, but where it is, or how I'd get there, she shakes her head. I've been meaning to ask around at the expedition hall to see if anyone recognizes the description. To be honest, though, I don't know what I'd do even if I found the place. Worthless. Like so many of Magrin's flock. Afraid of her god's test. If Magrin speaks to her, it is to hasten an end to a hypocrite's life, and this vision is surely a death trap for the weak. I'd like to know more about the temple here. I'm not gonna read this, but yada yada yada, what's the significance? Yada yada yada. Great. Cinders of Faith. Durance is like just legit. Can I? No, that's probably not wise to steal from. Can we go in here? Records keeper, hey.
Gods keep you.
A taciturn man with graying hair pores over a tome he's just withdrawn from one of the shelves. He glances up at you with baggy eyes. Yes? Is there something I can pull for you? I'm looking for militia records from the time of the Saints' War, trying to find out what happened to someone. The man clears his throat. We've had a number of inquiries about such information. I'm afraid we've had to bar access to the public. Seems there are still quite a number of folks in Dyrwood who bear ill will towards Red Sarens. It would be irresponsible to surrender their names to just anyone. Many came here to settle as refugees. Perhaps if you were more established in Defiance Bay, things would be different, but I have no reason to suspect that you may be any different from the others. We've come a long way. I just need to find out about my brother. I don't even know what side he fought for. You must understand, I've heard many such stories. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do for you. Not using might. Well, there's not really down. Can I save? Save.
Good day, stranger.
Doop, doop. In the Duke's palace, I can assure you that you do not. Besides, without my assistance, you'd be sifting through scrolls for years. Great. Can we enter? No. That was an Animancer name. Alright, so we need to raise our reputation. Nope. What's this? It's another exit. Looks like it.